Hey, everybody. My name's Nikki. I'm a spiritual life coach. I know most of you on here know me, but if you don't, I am a spiritual life coach for moms and a meditation coach for moms and an energy healer. So, in this video, and this is my first one on my new page, temporary page, so I apologize um, that I don't know what I'm apologizing for, but there's not much content on here yet. So that's why I'm doing lives. I do lives quite often, but I do them in my private community, my private Facebook group for moms is the Soul Relaunch Society, and I'll drop the link above if you're a mom who has struggled with depression, addiction, anxiety. If every day you just show up to show up. If you've forgotten what you love to do since having kids, and that's a lot of who I draw in and attract into my space are moms who have lost their touch with their authenticity, their who they are because of being a mom. We put everyone else first, and now a lot of us are, and I say us because a lot of moms, their children are either in their teens, getting their seniors, about to graduate, and they're just kind of moving on from that stage of needing us, right? And so we forget what lights us up. So if you're one of those, you don't know what lights you up, you don't know what you like to do, you don't pay attention to yourself, listen up. So this video, what I want to talk about is the first step in any type of transformation, personal growth, spiritual healing, whatever it is that you feel drawn to start diving into. If you're not feeling okay now, your vibration, if you live with a low vibration, then you're going to want to listen up. So my journey started simply because I wanted to feel better without taking any drugs or outside substances, which I have struggled with addiction before. And so I was always constantly seeking something outside of myself for happiness or motivation or to calm down. I never did it on my own until I discovered meditation and energy healing. And those are other stories that come along later. But the first thing that I did, the very first thing, was take responsibility for where I was in my life. So if you are blaming other people for where you are right now, that's okay. Let's just call it as it is. But you made the decisions that got you to where you are. Even if you think that other people may have had a hand in it, okay, but you had some part in it. Because I'm going to tell you something about manifestation, which is another thing that I talk about quite often because I've literally manifested real things into my life, is that our thoughts and our beliefs, our actions all manifest what's happening in our life, negative or positive. Everybody talks about manifesting what we want and our desires and this, but not a lot of people talk about we're manifesting right now. Like you're literally manifesting right now. So how you think, how you talk, what words you say, the words, literally down to the words that you say, the actions that you take, the thoughts that you think have energy. And right now you are you're co-creating your reality, besides your higher power, whoever it is, your higher guidance system, but you're co-creating your reality. And so taking responsibility is the first step. The second step is evaluating your belief system, your beliefs. What is it you believe about yourself, first of all? We have these things called limiting beliefs, and they keep us small. They are these, if you believe that you can't make over a certain amount of money, or you're not good enough to, go to this interview because if you tell yourself, everybody, they always pick somebody else over me, that's a limiting belief. That's not true. But that's what you tell yourself. I have limiting beliefs still, that this is a practice you're going to do for the rest of your life, is thinking, is this belief really true? And until you actually become aware and that you have the power to change the way you see your reality, You don't know, right? You don't know what you don't know. You only know what you've been raised to believe. You only know what your parents did, especially if you're from a small town. Like I'm from Galveston, Indiana, which is like really small, and now I live in Walton, and so I'm surrounded with small minds, because small towns have a lot of small minds. That's even a limiting belief that I just said, because everybody has the potential to think bigger. But being in a small town, you guys know what I mean, that you get there, your everyone's values and beliefs are all pushed onto each other. If you don't believe a certain way, if you don't act a certain way, if you don't dress a certain way, then you're not you're not accepted. And so the first step is just accepting responsibility for where you're at in your life, and then really taking a hard look at your belief system. And when I found this out, I actually was a little pissed off that it was possible to change your stories, like to change your beliefs. I thought that it was like a scam. I'm like, what? How can we change our beliefs? Like I've had this potential, and I've had this opportunity my whole life to change the way I see things, and I'm just now learning this at like 35 years old. And so it kind of pissed me off. But when you can embrace the fact that you truly can change the way that you're experiencing life, the way that you're seeing it, it's life changing. It really is. And so these are just steps. This video, what I want, the whole concept, the point of it is that you can change your beliefs and how to do it. Like the way that I've done it. And I'm just sharing with you the way that I've changed my beliefs. What I started doing was really taking a good look at how my life was going, first of all, what I didn't like what I was seeing, and then why that was happening. So it's really an interesting thing to do, but you first have to step back and become the witness of your life. If you're so attached to everything going on in your life, like you allow things to define you, then it's really hard to detach from that. But I'll first say that your behaviors, your situations, your relationships, they don't define who you are. Your emotions don't even define who you are. They are information. So when we're upset, when we're angry, when we're bored, even whatever emotion it is we're feeling, that's information for us to look at and be like, okay, where am I out of alignment? But if you've never been in alignment with your life, then you don't know, right? And so that's where you start here. You start to look at your life and really see those places that make you feel funny or not right, or they piss you off. Like, what is it that you get mad about? What pisses you off? And I can tell you many things that make me mad, and it's okay. This is my truth. I can speak it now. When you're not used to speaking your truth, and you're used to only saying what others believe, or only saying what you think someone else is going to want to hear, if you're a people pleaser, that's what I used to be as well. And so I know how hard this work can be, and it's hard work. I just did a live over in my group about this specifically, and this is probably one of the hardest things that you're going to do, is to come out of the spiritual closet, per se. So I was raised as a Christian. I was raised in a Baptist church, all of that, expected to have a relationship with God. When I didn't even know who God was until like 4 years ago. I pretended that I did because that is what was expected of me. I went to college not because I wanted to. I didn't even know what I wanted to do, but because then my insurance would be paid for by my dad. That's why I went. So I did all these things because everybody else wanted me to. I believed in things that my parents taught me to believe in, that our school teaches us to believe in. And then when we get to a place where we're so broke down, we're depressed, we're unhappy, we're so off our game, and playing so small that we only think that we can work for other people. Other people determine our worth. I mean, that's beliefs that we have, and they're not true. So my whole point with this, I won't make this long, I'll get off of here, is for you, I really encourage you just to take responsibility for where you're at in your life now, and then see where you're unhappy. What are you not happy with? And if you don't even know what you're happy with, then I encourage you to get on a call with me, and we'll talk about it. You get a free 30 minutes one-on-one with me. I'm a spiritual life coach and an energy healer. And so I really we figure out what it is, where you're having trouble, and what you need to start with. And then we can get to the things that I know will really help you, because they helped me. And it starts with evaluating your beliefs and seeing what is real, because what your beliefs are is like a lens that you see your reality with. Like, that's all they are. That everybody's beliefs are different, their perceptions are different, because everybody's seeing out of different lenses. And so when you can take them off and look at them from an objective point of view, you're not in it. Think of yourself as a third person, and you're just evaluating this person's beliefs. Do it from that way. Do a bird's eye view. If you've meditated before, this is what's going to help you. Meditation is going to help you detach from being so attached to everything in your life, to defining you. Okay, so meditation, I totally suggest that. Headspace is an app that I started with. It's on Android. I'm sure iPhone, I don't have it, has it too, but you just download it and just listen to it. And meditation is shutting off the world and getting out of your own way and shutting off what you're attached to and just going inward and really just tuning in to your spirit, tuning into your soul, tuning into source, and it's just amazing. It really will change your life. And so my tips for this: take responsibility, start looking at your belief systems, and meditate. Those three things are going to help you make dramatic shifts in your life towards finding your purpose, towards getting into alignment with your true authentic self. And so again, if you need help with this, I'll put my Calendly link on here. And yeah, so let me know your thoughts on this. I'd love to hear what your limiting beliefs are, and then we can shift them. So you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey, Jen.